Okay, and we're off. Good evening. It is Friday, October 20-something, day 5. Let's just go with that, with the title, day 5 of the weight loss journey, and got the mic glued back in and fixed, so that should be working just fine from now on. Have no issues having the mic on. And yeah, we got upper body today, so we're going to be going and doing a superset of jump ups to dips, and then a superset of rows to push-ups. And I'm going to try to capture a little bit more. If I have anything to say in between sets, then I'll try to capture some of that too. But for the most part, I'm just gonna get down to the fit lot, get this all going. And I wanted to talk about my food a little bit, and kind of what my choices are and what I've done with that. Because in order to lose the weight that I'm looking to lose, which is 60 pounds by, or not 60 pounds by next year, or midway next year, which, granted, in just these next 2 months, I'm probably gonna lose close to like 20, which is gonna put me way ahead of schedule, obviously, but it will slow down. And I'm gonna try to, the difference this time, I'm gonna try to adjust my deficit along with the downtrend in weight. But I have basically been eating what amounts to be about the same thing every day for a few months now. And now it's become so routine in my diet. Like, I feel the healthiest when I'm strict to it. And then I just feel the best when I'm strict to it. Like, I don't feel quite right if I don't have my morning, and it's not morning anymore now, it's first meal of the eating period at 2 p.m. But I don't feel quite right when I don't have my Greek yogurt and berries. And then, like, if I don't have the burrito, it just feels a bit weird because I spend 5 days out of the week eating burritos every single day for lunch, and then the weekend I don't, and it feels weird. But even so, for the most part though, I eat the same things. My first meal of the day is going to surround this bowl of yogurt, and this is how I've kind of reasoned meals out. Is I've planned them out to be more in one meal, less or a snack, and then another meal, and then a snack, and then a meal, is ideally how I'd eat. So 5 total feed periods, and the first one is Greek yogurt, honey, and berries. Just those 3 ingredients, measured out a certain way. I'll detail that someday, but today ain't that day. And then for snack, I have many options. Generally, though, I always try to keep at least 2 to 3 different types of fruits available in my home at any given time. And same with like snack vegetables. And I'm talking about like easy to throw into a Ziploc bag, or easy to cut up the night prior or something like that, and then throw it into a Ziploc bag and then throw it into the lunch bag. And that's what constitutes snacks. And if I ever get feeling really munchy and stuff like that, there is also always the fruit and the vegetables as snacking options to help curb, to help fight against the cravings, because the worst time period for me is after 8 p.m. and before bed. That's when I want to eat the most, but that's not exactly how we want to do things. So what I can say though is that I'll have, like, for example, 2 hard-boiled eggs, and so after, this is the snack that's after the the thing, the the yogurt and the berries. So I'll have like, oh my god, what a mess. I'll have like two hard-boiled eggs and a cup of cucumber slices, right? And while that seems bland to me, it's a fine snack. And then for lunch, it's going to be the burrito that I make, which is usually a breakfast burrito. The current ones this week are steak style pork, and not beef pork, bork, with eggs, cheese, and a can of black beans. You got 2 pounds of pork. I think it was 10 eggs. I think it was 10 eggs. I think it was like a half cup of Greek yogurt to pump up the protein just a tad. Regular cheese, I think I did 6 servings, so like 170 grams. And then like I did the wellness wraps. So there's a little bit of fiber, but mostly, or a bunch of fiber there. So there's like 12 grams of fiber in there. And then you have the black beans too, 1 whole can of black beans. And then that's separated between 7 burritos for the week. And you're bada bing, bada boom, good to go. And that's like per burrito, that's like less than $3 per. Yeah, no. Well, it depends on how you parse it out. Like if I were to take the literal measurement to price amounts, then I'm gonna say it's probably around less than $3 per burrito. That's what it comes out to. But anyway, so I eat the burrito. I love ketchup, and ketchup really isn't that bad as long as you track the calories. So I'll have a couple tablespoons of ketchup with that. I just like putting ketchup on breakfast burritos. It's just who I am. And then you got another snack, which is going to consist of probably another cup of some sort of fruit and vegetable. So 2 cups total. So, and I just like using the cup measurement. It just seems to work for me. And then you have dinner, and dinner doesn't happen until after the workout, the main workout, which is what we're doing right now. And so you eat a small portion of dinner and a protein shake, and that's my whole feeding for the whole day. Protein shake has like creatine, has my creatine for the day added to, and I'm just using the chocolate whey isolate Nutricost from Amazon, the big one, 5-pound bucket tub. And so yeah, that's the whole eating schedule, and I get my variety from good healthy dinner choices. And so that's where I'm able to hit all the other, like, I vary up the dinners. We schedule the dinners out, and then I make them, and that's how I make sure that I get the rest of the nutrients I need throughout the week, like omega-3s and all the rest of it. I also take vitamins in the morning, and then I take and then I think that's it, because I already said the creatine goes into my protein shake at night. So, and that's basically my nutritional profile. It seems to be working right now. And by the way, the feed period is between 2 p.m. and 8 p.m. So I don't eat anything until 2 p.m. in the afternoon. And then I eat all of my food that's measured for the day by 8 p.m. And then I'm not allowed to eat again. So in either which way, that's a basic rundown of my food. I'm at the fit lot, or I'm not at the fit lot, I'm at the park, about to walk to the fit lot. So I'm going to go finish this out, get warmed up, and get us recording for pull-ups and dips. Okay, so we're changing format on this one. The jump ups with the Versa reps were so surprisingly good that we're just going to do 3 full sets of these, and then 3 full sets of the dips, and then we'll superset the end. So I'll get you for my next set on pull-ups here, if I can ever get this back on, and then we'll see if for some let's see, pull-ups, and then we'll see for dips after that. So here we go. That one seems to be a bit more difficult. There we go. Okay. Okay. Wow. All right. Yeah, welcome back. So now we're gonna do some dips. We'll do 3 sets of them. So you get a little bit of extra. I actually started this here because I wanted to talk a little bit about the Versa grips themselves. Decided to have them turned outside just so I don't have to take them all the way off. And then yeah, I wish I had gotten these 3 months ago. Now the first thought I had when I was doing that was, what about my grip strength? The thing is like, it's kind of like, should you be doing... So my theory, or not my theory, my way of looking at it, especially when it comes to like assisting devices like this, is that like, if you need something to assist you to build up this, to do the exercise, then you're sacrificing strength in this somewhere, and strength growth somewhere, just for that assistance to have, I guess, growth that you can get later on, but somewhere else. So, or yeah, anyway, I kind of misexplained that, but basically the idea is that you're sacrificing something to use something like this. You don't really realize it until you think about it deeply, but you're sacrificing growth that you need somewhere in order to work out something else that you will eventually also get to. So I should probably think about incorporating some sort of grip training so that these are not necessary to do a pull-up, right? So we don't want to get to the point where it's like, well, I can do 12 pull-ups as long as I'm using these, but I can only do like 3 or 4 because my grip strength never got better, because all I was doing was holding on like this, right? So I just wanted to kind of put that thought out there, is that like when you upgrade on things, like don't just think, oh, this is awesome, this is great. Make sure to think of like the pros and cons too. So anyway, I'm gonna get some dips going. You'll see first and last, and then we'll do supersets, and you'll see one of those of the rows to push-ups. I am going to use these on the rows though, but I don't think it's not gonna be any different or any worse than what we saw there. So I should be fine to just knock her out. You'll see it on camera, and then I'll talk about it in the afterward. Okay. All right. One last set of dips, and then we are moving on to row to push-up supersets. So we'll be doing those next. So here we go on the final set. I did 8 the last 2 sets, first set and second set. So let's try to get 8 on this third. There we go. Okay, so quick rest, and then I'm just gonna reposition the camera over here for rows to push up supersets. So, and we'll get 3 of those done and get out of here. All right, I don't know if my muscles are ready or not, but I'm gonna show you guys the first set. Again, because it's rows, and honestly, because of the state of my body, I have no idea what I'm going to be doing for sets here. I'm actually going to have to go back through the footage and take a look as to what I did. So I'm just going to record this first set, and reason being, actually, and I actually need a bit more there. There we go. Reason being, I'm just recording this first set because I want to keep my glove on when I'm done for the last 2 sets. And so for the remainder of the workout, I'm going to do it off cam after this superset. I'll do my push-ups just right back there. So anyway, I'm excited. I'm super excited to use these. Let's see how they work with rows. And we are good to go. Okay. I don't mind my butt getting a little bit wet. Let's see here. Here we go. Come on, reach. There we go. There we go. Good. All right. All right. Wow. Okay. All right, not bad. All right, I'll see you for the conclusion. All right, so this is now for this third episode. Finished the upper body workout, but this time I wanted to show what I look like at the beginning of this. So, you know, this is just number 3. I'm still just a few pounds shy of 260. So, you know, don't judge too harshly. And, you know, that's kind of what we're working with. Now for the next 6 months, we're going to cut all this flab, all that, and get down to just muscle. Right now, I've got one heck of a pump going on at the moment, but yeah, I'm not feeling too shabby about that. So, yeah, really tight. So, anyway, that's gonna wrap it up for this workout. We're gonna go ahead and get going home, and you know, tomorrow's gonna conclude the week, but you know, tomorrow's gonna conclude the week, but I still have to do legs tomorrow, so again, and then we'll actually be done with the week, and then we'll start it again on Monday. Okay, we gotta keep this short because we have less than like 8% battery left. So really good upper body workout. Had to change a little bit of what I was doing, as I intended to do supersets initially for the pull-ups to dips, but I was so surprised by the amount of jump pull-up or isometric hold with negative. Wow. I completely forgot to even do the dips. So instead I just shifted to doing 3 and 3 with rest in between all of them, and then I did I finished out with rows to push-ups. So all in all, pretty good, really good workout. There's not much more to it. That's the resistance training. I'm trying to lose weight as fast as I can, although there's more ways to do it. Anyway, in the interest of keeping this short, I'm probably gonna just cut it off here. I am not sure if I'm gonna do a video for Saturday. I might just leave that leg day up to me, as I may or may not even want to go to the fit lot. So I will decide tomorrow whether or not I'm doing leg day just at home, which I can absolutely do. There's nothing stopping me from doing that. Or if I'm gonna, take it to the park or something. So in any case, I'm gonna finish it off here. This is the first week just about done. The next time you see me, I think I've decided already, but the next time you see me is gonna be next week, Monday, for day, let me see, if today's 5, Saturday's 6, Sunday's 7, Monday's 8. So for day 8 of this, what seems to be coming into like a 200 and something day challenge. So anyway, we will see you next time.